I want revenge, but I gotta watch over your 10. Plus I got two myself, can't raise them from inside of a pen. I miss pulling up, seeing you grin. Even in disagreements, always prayed on seeing you win.
Alright, y'all. Today we gonna do this story on Corporal Stephen J. Ballard and Burgon Sealy Jr. We gonna start with Corporal Stephen Ballard. January 28th, 1985, April 26, 2017. After he approached a suspicious vehicle in the parking lot of a Wawa gas station in Bear, Delaware. After asking the driver and passenger in the car for identification, Ballard asked the passenger, Burgon Sealy Jr., to step out of the car. Sealy got into a struggle with Ballard, then began shooting at him. When Ballard, who was unable to draw his weapon in time, attempted to find cover from Sealy, Sealy pursued and continued to shoot, hitting Ballard multiple times in the upper body and continuing to shoot even after the officer fell to the ground. Ballard was born in Bowie, Maryland on January 28, 1985. He graduated from Delaware State University in 2007 with a degree in criminal justice, after which he was recruited into the Delaware State Police Academy. He graduated from the academy in 2009. At the time of his death, Ballard had served 8 years on the Delaware State Police. Rest in peace to him. As for the perpetrator, shot and killed. Location, Middletown, Delaware. Type, homicide by shooting, police killing. Law enforcement officers trailed the shooter, Burgon Sealy Jr., age 26, to his home on St. Michael's Drive in the Brick Mill Farm development of Middletown, Delaware. Sealy barricaded himself inside the house and had a standoff with the Delaware State Police and the FBI agents. In the early morning hours of April 27, 2017, authorities breached the house by using explosives charged to open windows and attempted to persuade Sealy to surrender. Sealy fired several rounds at police, then exited the house and was shot by police. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The death of Ballard resulted in an outpouring to support for law enforcement in northern Delaware. Thousands of locals placed blue tape on their cars' rear windows in a sign of appreciation towards police. Wawa donated $50,000 to Ballard's family and set up donation drives at all of its Delaware locations. Whispers Bank, M&T Bank, establishments like that in the area. Delaware First State offered free ride. DART, the bus company, offered free rides to the funeral events honoring Ballard. On May 5th, 2017, a large funeral honoring Ballard was held in Wilmington, Delaware. The ceremony at the Chase Center was attended by hundreds of police officers from Delaware and other states. A funeral procession proceeded down Interstate 95 to Newcastle, Delaware. Ballard was laid to rest in Gracelawn Memorial Cemetery. The shooting occurred shortly before Delaware legislators voted to postpone a vote on repealing the state's death penalty. That right there is a crazy story right there, man. And the first thing I can think of is, man, if a guy gets caught with a pistol on him, he probably not going to do no more than 5 years. Now, as I'm doing this video on this, that was maybe about 6 years ago. Burgon would have just took the charge. He'd have been home by now. Instead, he winds up killing an officer just to get murdered himself. So you murder an officer just to lose your life. It's senseless. Crazy. It's crazy, man. Stay out them streets, man. And you know, another thing I want to say is, look at the house that the man, like, look what they had to do to get to him. Like, this dude barricaded himself in the house, didn't care about other family members. You know, like, what about his dad or whoever owns the house? His mom, his dad, his grandparents. Like, he didn't care about nobody else in the house. He just want to have a gun on him, get pursued by the cop. Then when it's time to, you know, he could have just ran off. But this guy, he chooses to turn around and shoot the cop. And then once the cop retreats, he could have still got away. Like, literally, not saying, you know, I'm not justifying any actions, but like, literally, the guy had more than one opportunity to get away. Like, that's the whole purpose. Like, you don't want to get caught with the gun on you, you know? You get frisked by the cop, now the cop ready take you into custody. Your whole point is to get away. That shit is just crazy, man. Like, so you kill the guy, and then now the cops is coming to kill you, basically. Like, let's be real. They not gonna let that man surrender. You think they gonna let that man gun a cop down and allow him to surrender? I don't believe none of that. I don't believe none of that part right there. You know? You know, they was gonna kill that man. And as soon as he came out the house, they probably shot his ass. For real, for real. And it's a shame. It's a shame, man. Rest in peace to all of them. Rest in peace to both. You know, rest in peace to them.
Hey, you, what it is, my nigga? Every time I see your kids, I shed a tear, my nigga. Seen the other day, he getting big, my nigga. To not breathe, woo, act just like you. I ain't gonna lie, cause this shit hurt. Seeing the pain in it.